description.
Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for yet another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles, and today we got something, this is Old El Paso Ramen Noodles. Fajita flavor. Stick this in you, but, yeah, and, let's do this. I tried the Totino's pizza variety. It was cheese pizza flavor, and let me just tell you, it was awful. So we'll see how awful this is as well. One thing you should know, it says ramen noodles on it, right? You know what it says in the ingredients? Pasta. So, nothing against the pastafarians, okay? I'll say that at the outset, but it's not ramen. Not even anywhere near ramen. So you stir it up. Stir it up. Oh, yeah. Get off the fork. You're not ready to come onto a fork yet. Oh, wow. Okay, oh boy. So what we got here? Stir it up, 2.5 minutes. Let's sit for 2 to 3 minutes. All right. Pretty simple. If you're excited, as I am, that might just be a touch of gas. I don't know. And now I have to replenish my room temperature water stash, as I'll have another microwavable one that I'm doing. Not now, but shortly. So, the cheese pizza one was really awful. It's like egg noodles with, what do you call it? It's like egg noodles and tomato soup, honestly, with just like more tomato and basil and maybe a pretend cheese element. It's really tricky stuff because it has an underlying flavor that reminds me of my childhood, because I used to eat pizza like those Totino's party pizzas, and it does have that flavor. But that flavor doesn't carry over well to everything. So, for example, would you like some cheese pizza bubble gum or some cheese pizza ice cream? Cheese pizza soup with egg noodles? No. I mean, it just doesn't work. Kind of an odd thing. So when they came out with all these, they found some TikTok influencers who don't, this is what I do. And apparently that honesty and having some kind of like professional way of doing things just isn't where it's at these days. But I'm not changing what I do, so up theirs. But I will say that I would guess that this was really pushed ahead in a concept of like doing something weird like this by Nissan. The pumpkin spice noodle, the everything bagel noodle, the s'mores noodle, but they keep coming out with interesting new things like that, and I think it was worth a shot. One thing I noticed on the ingredients list as well, okay, we're doing it for 3 minutes. was that it says it's distributed by General Mills. So they're not making it. Somebody is making it for them. And I'm very curious as to who and what entity that might be. The packaging reminds me of like the single serve Idahoan mashed potatoes. I don't know. I think it's probably made in the United States. I could be wrong about that. And it's only at Walmart. And I think they're $1.66 each, which is kind of steep, I think. A lot of single serve cup products have really gotten expensive. But what's funny too, you can get those little plastic, weird looking with the plastic lids things that are small, that are like single serving mac and cheese or beef stew and all sorts of things like that. And I believe they're about the same price. And it seems to me like that would make more sense. I mean, I would definitely say the little thing of beefaroni. That's rad. I mean, it's exactly what you expect it to be at microwaves. It's hot. It's, you know. But the beefaroni has beef in it. This has some kind of chicken broth in it. But it still just wows me to this day that nobody makes an instant noodle in the United States, really, that comes with a retort pouch full of meat. Why? And logically, the answer to that is that people don't think of instant noodles here as being something that they should spend more than, you know, everybody thinks, oh, ramen? Yeah, that's 10 for $1. It's like, not usually. But yeah, people think of it as a cheap product, so trying to pull it over to being a more expensive product, it's kind of a tough climb, I think, at least for the market here. I'm sure it's not cheap for Nissan to make those wacky, you know, like pumpkin spice. However, they do a thing with Walmart, and then they shell them out for pretty cheap. So the main thing with doing stuff with Walmart or Costco are large order quantities. I mean, if you're going to do that, they're going to order like 30, 40 foot trailers full of product. And then you can go like, okay, they bought all this stuff from us, so, you know, the more you make, the cheaper it is to make. Bulk. Anyways. Oh boy. I gotta be honest, this doesn't smell too bad. Coming out of the microwave, it looks rather beastie. Let's take a look at this. You ready? It's almost like it's not a crust, but this layer on top. So let's give it a good stir. I stirred the heck out of it, as you saw, before I had it ensconce and spin in the you know. Whoa. This is interesting. It's like foaming at the mouth. I wish it was thicker. I think the other one was thicker. Maybe this one's thinner because it's actually, there are Mexican soups, you know, whereas there's generally no culture that makes pizza soup. Well, let's try it at this point. And then I'll do the plating. Looks like there's a piece of vegetable. I don't know what that is. That could be seasoning. Cheers. Okay. The noodle is definitely pasta. And since it's not a fried noodle, it really doesn't soak up a lot of the flavor. Whereas a fried noodle in this would. I don't know how good that would be. Probably about as good, if not worse than this. Wow, it's got a heat to it. I'm guessing, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it seems like the heat might be oleoresin, so it's like a pepper extract. It's giving me a throat burn, but it's not a throat burn like, ooh, that's hot and spicy. It's more caustic. It's like, this is a foreign chemical entering my body. Yeah. So, what do we do to this? I don't know what else to do it to it than that. I don't know, sous vide chicken. I don't know. I think this is about as far as it goes. On a score kind of thing, it really is not. You're going to be disappointed. I'm going to say that. If you want to try it just for the experience, do it. It's not expensive. But if you're like starving and I want a good meal for lunch, no. Alright, well, there was that, and that was a thing, and we did that thing. The next, I got two more different varieties, one more pizza one, and one more Old El Paso, so we'll see how that goes soon. The next one you're going to see is one that came out of a, what do you call it? An Ramen Noodles box, which is now defunct, unfortunately. They were great boxes, but you can go to Meow Mall if you want and check out their ramen. They've got some good stuff. But this is a Japanese cup noodle, 3 cheese flavor. With white chicken broth. I don't know. We'll see. This has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.